Here's a clip on Kyler Murray. I recently talked about Kyler Murray. I talked about Hopkins. I get asked this question a lot. Like, how do you feel about Kyler walking into 2022? Is he a top 5 quarterback? Some people say, oh, Kyler's going to fade. I'm not going near him. Some people say he's top 4 or 5. I think people are kind of all over the map on this one. And it's understandable from both perspectives. Kyler getting hurt, the Cardinals falling apart, Hopkins getting hurt. And then the people in favor of Kyler. I mean, he's great on the ground. He's a running quarterback. That's a huge advantage when a guy can run for 50 and a touchdown on top of throwing the ball pretty well. Overall, I love Kyler at his current ADP or projected ADP. He's not going to go in the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks, so he's going to fall a couple rounds later than where you're taking Mahomes and probably Josh Allen. I imagine Josh Allen's the first quarterback taken in all fantasy football, probably top of the 3rd. Some people might reach into round 2 in 2022. We will see where Josh Allen's ADP levels out here in the coming weeks and months, but I assume that people are going to be more on board of drafting Josh Allen early than heading in the continued direction that everybody's been going in the last couple of years where no quarterbacks early, no quarterbacks early. I believe Allen and Mahomes at least will probably be softening the stances of a lot of people in that respect. I don't think quarterbacks in general will go earlier because of 2021, because of these quarterbacks that clearly are getting better every single game, and walking into 2022, we're going to see probably a better Josh Allen than we saw in 2021, and people know that. So I think Allen and Mahomes, instead of getting a lot of pushback when you draft them at the top of 3, we'll see it as kind of a normal thing in half the leagues. And other people will stick to their guns and say, I'm not drafting a quarterback until round 8. There are 100,000 ways to win. No one's right or wrong. But if you are in the business of not spending a 3rd round pick on Josh Allen or Mahomes, Kyler's a fantastic middle ground option for you where you might get him in round 5, 6, or 7. We don't know if it's round 7 or round 5. It literally could be either one. We don't have any grips on the ADP data right now. Even if there's data floating around, it's not accurate. So expect to take Kyler multiple rounds behind Josh Allen and Mahomes, which is great. But don't count out top 3 to 4 quarterback numbers when he's healthy on the field, and Hopkins is good to go. I talk more about it in this clip right here. Subscribe if you're new to this clip channel. At the bottom of the YouTube channel, you'll see all the channels that I'm associated with. Make sure you follow all 3 of them. Kyler is good for half a season. It all came down to Hopkins being out, bro. He would have continued to play well. You got to understand, that's one of the best. Even if he isn't the best fantasy wide receiver, Hopkins is regarded still as one of the toughest wide receivers in the NFL to guard. You know, the Cardinals don't use him enough. That's what holds him back, and he got hurt. But I think Hopkins will be a pretty good value in 2022. I'm on board for one more year. I don't think Hopkins' talent dropped off. Like, people are, I think, off the rocker. You're gonna see a video drop from me in a little bit on Hopkins. He's a great value grab, great for best balls. His value's so low. Hopkins didn't fall off. He got hurt. Doubting Hopkins staying healthy, that's a good argument. If you want to argue that, I get it. Or usage and injury, 2 things to worry about. I'm going to stay away from Hopkins. I can get behind that for you. Like, that's not a take a lap offense. But to say he's dropped off, he's washed, he's done, like these comments people have when you start talking about him saying Hopkins is trash, Hopkins is done, like, that's a very narrow-minded perspective. I like Kyler a lot, though, with Hopkins. That's a huge blow, bro. That's like taking away Adams from Aaron Rodgers and literally judging Aaron Rodgers. It's like taking away Jamar Chase from Burrow and then judging Burrow. Burrow would still be very good, but you know, Kyler could still score. And he was hurt. He was also hurt. He hurt the ankle. He was never fully healthy on that.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.